alive during the Woodstock Vietnam era, you'd have noticed I put a few subliminal messages in the introduction. Oh my goodness. Nothing bad or anything. And with it being the 48th anniversary of Woodstock, I thought it'd be appropriate to do a love reading. 48 years. Where has the time gone? Now, to put the first card out for the energy of the love reading, I go through the deck and I'm looking for a card that depicts Aquarius. And this would be either the Star card, any court card from the Sword family, or the Two of Cups or the Lover's card for the love aspect of it. And the first card I came across was the Two of Cups, and then I put the spread out. Now the Two of Cups is the minor arcana version of the Lover's card. This is the Lover's light card. This card can indicate that what you're considering right now might not pass the test of time. The number 2 for any 2 card means decisions or plans, partnership and balance. And I think we all want balance with partnership and our plans. All of the above, anyway, for love. It's always difficult to make decisions when emotions are involved. And I know we're all guilty of making poor decisions when it comes to love and relationships. It's so funny that love is the simplest joy that you can have and the most complicated that humans can do. The one key thing is that we have to love ourselves before we can love somebody else. We have to know where our heads are at before we understand where someone else's head is at. And then we have to put 2 heads together. Now, how does this work? A lot of times it really doesn't. Now, the cards on the left, for what you know, receive the Two of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So you have another 2 card that's saying decision, plans, partnership. And I kind of have a feeling that the number 2 is key to all of this, or key to some of it. It's like 2 pieces of the puzzle fitting together, and then you fit 2 more pieces of the puzzle together. But you haven't put them into the frame yet. The Queen of Cups is the framework. But there is decisions to be made. You have the Two of Wands. Fire energy for determination, inspiration. And this guy, I have a feeling, is in the moment. He's in the present. And he is looking to the future. He's looking over the horizon knowing there's opportunities. He's not sure right now what opportunities he wants to accept in his life. And here the Queen of Cups is there to ground your emotional decisions. In these love readings, pages bring news and ideas. And knights launch these ideas, and after some experience, the Queen brings understanding. And the kings then bring assistance in obtaining your long-term goals. So here this Queen is helping you with understanding, but here it's more like a self-awareness or an awakening of some kind. This Queen is staring right at the Two of Wands guy. She's saying, okay, now it's time to make some good decisions. Because when you're making decisions for these love cards, especially the Two of Cups, it's about desires versus deeds. And if your desires are not above board, your deeds are going to be accounted for. You're going to have accountability and consequences for making poor judgment, not having discernment, and not knowing the difference between vice and virtue and right and wrong. And the Queen is there to help you control your emotions, your passionate, desirable self, from making bad decisions. Now the cards in the center for what is or can be yours receive the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Wands. You have a lot of Wands card in this reading. There's fire. You know, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries might be involved in this. But this is an inner strength suit. It's a suit about ambition, creativity. Now the Ten of Wands here is saying that you have a heavy load. Something's been very burdensome in your life. Maybe you took on too many responsibilities. But with it being a 10 card, it's saying that you're coming to the end. And you're going to start a new beginning. And the Ace of Wands is right there saying, yeah, the promise for a new beginning. So it is time for you to drop these wands. Lighten up the load a little bit. But you have to make some decisions to lighten this load up. What is going to cause you to drop these wands and look forward to a new beginning? Now over in yourself and self-awareness, you receive the King of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. Another wand card. And the King is here for control. He wants you to be under control when you're making these decisions, because you're making decisions about emotions, affection, love, finding deeper emotional bonds with the people you love. Here, this King of Wands is giving you some inner strength to make these new decisions. And the 10 of Pentacles is the retirement card. And you might not be at retirement age or anything, but it's saying that there's stability, comfort, satisfaction in your life. Or at least it's something that you can attain. And it's also saying that you might have some financial stability or some eclipsing financial problems. But here you have another 10 card. You're coming to an ending. This 10 of Pentacles is connected to the 10 of Wands. Once you do drop these wands, it's saying you can have some satisfaction, stability in your love life. And this can even be in your health and well-being. So a lot of times, boy, I'll tell you, our well-being is connected to our emotional self. That is connected to our love affairs. No, I ended up pulling 4 cards for the future cards. When I did the first spread for these readings, didn't get a card that answered it, didn't get a card that answered my question. So I ended up pulling 3 cards. And then if I got some humdrum cards, I'd ended up pulling a 4th. And you received 4 cards this time. Now the future cards are Death, the 4 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, and the Lover's card. Now with all of these decisions coming in from the 2 cards, and the new promise with the Ace of Wands, you went into a transformation with this Death card. Something flipped you into some new circumstances. And a lot of times during these transformations, there's some confusion. And I can see where you're kind of thinking, well, I'm not really sure what I want to decide right now. But decide you must. The King of Wands is staring right at the Ace of Wands. He's saying, yes, it's time for some new beginnings. But then you receive the 4 of Cups. And you're feeling kind of dour about things. Your emotions are down. You're down in the dumps. Well, let's just say you don't have an emotional comfort zone. And right now you're meditating and contemplating. And this is a good thing to do because maybe you'll come across the right decision for you. Now the next future card is the 7 of Wands. And here it feels like you're defending some type of beliefs, or people aren't agreeing with maybe the decisions that you want to make. And there is a few skirmishes going on here. You know, it takes 2 consenting adults to have a love affair, and maybe there is a little discord going on here. But it's not going to last for long, because the last future card is the Lover's card. So you closed the loop from the 2 of Cups, went all the way through the reading, and came back out with the Lover's card. So if you play your cards right, you're going to have some exciting and new love experiences going on here. We have those eclipses coming up in August now, and there's going to be a lot of releasing going on, and endings and new beginnings coming. And so I think that's the reason that the Death card showed up there for the transformation. This was a nice spread. And I like getting the Death card because I like change. A lot of people don't want to change, but it really is. When the Death card shows up, it's saying it is time to change. And all you have to remember is change is good. Change is not your enemy. Okay, so I pulled a Enduring Virtue Messages of the Angel card. And you received Isabella. I always like that name. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. We've almost won the battle if you have positive expectations. But here it's saying, yeah, new adventures and happy outcome. And here you have two cards saying make choices. You have the promise of a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. And you have the Ten of Pentacles card saying that you can have happiness at the end of this. After this reading, I have this really quick 2-minute video that's called The Absurd. Now, I think there was a lot of absurd things going on during this Woodstock Vietnam era. And Tricky Dick Nixon, stop Dick in the middle of a screw. But I'd like to ask you, where did the flower children and all of the hippies go? Well, I think a lot of them now are retiring from the corporations that they called the system and the man. And I believe a lot of these hippies now had become part of the problem in our system. And welcome to the absurd.